Oh, oh, excuse me. Oh, it's warm. Hey, y'all. How's everyone doing? Ooh, happy Tuesday. Getting ready to eat my dinner. Got me some Arizona green tea for my drink today. Pour that. I like this tea. Ooh. And for my dinner, I just got done cooking. I have salmon, asparagus, and a baked sweet potato. Of course, it's steaming hot. Ooh, only thing I have on the sweet potato is butter. Ooh. Put me a little sauce here on my salmon. Hot sauce. Get a little hot sauce on that thing. So, hope everyone's starting out with a good week and everything's going well for you this week. I didn't cook Super Bowl Sunday. I had Popeye's chicken and I had enough left over for my dinner. Oh, excuse me. So, ate that. I hear everybody saying that. I love baked sweet potato. Hear everybody saying it was a game well worth it. It was a good game. So I hope your team won, whoever that was. Child, my work week has started out very eventful. We had some announcements at work and I was affected. I wasn't real happy about it, but I still have a job, so I'm thankful. But I think it hit the team as a whole pretty hard. Morale is extremely low. But that's what's happened. That happens on jobs. At the end of the day, I guess you should be grateful. But it's difficult to look at someone, asparagus is so good, and still have respect for them when they look at you and lie to you just straight out. I cooked this in 4 packs in the oven. I think I let it stay in there too long, but I put some garlic powder and olive oil on a little seasoned salt. It's so good, but it's a little soft. Softer than I wanted it, but it's good. Anyway. And I did this salmon on the stove top. Sometimes I put it in the oven, but these are not really the pieces I prefer. My daughter picked them up, and I was telling her next time she gets some to get the center cut pieces. But it's real good. Very tasty. Anyway. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to have respect for someone in your leadership team when they look at you and blatantly lie. And it's also, I mean, as a leader, I do understand, you know, when I was doing my MBA, I've taken the classic leadership courses. I know it's just some things you can't divulge to an employee, but I'd rather you tell me you don't know or you can't divulge that rather than just lie to me, you know? And I'm a person who, I don't react to stuff right away when things happen, but I tend to let it marinate Even if I'm upset, I don't say anything. I tend to let it marinate and come back at a later time when I calm down and am able to process things better and get a clear understanding of what my response should be. So, I would encourage you to do that. If someone's upsetting you at work, just kind of counting your head to 10. You may want to dot them in their throat, like I say, but count to 10 and calm down and say that's interesting and let me get back with you on that. You know, when do you need your answer? It will save you a lot of grief and a lot of having to backtrack and apologize for your outburst. But, you know, anybody in a leadership position, I will say this. If you have employees under you, the best thing you can do is always have your team covered. Never throw them under the bus. Even if they're wrong. That's just like your family. And you know, if you're the head of your family. Don't throw your family under the bus. You protect them. And, you know, keep your family covered. And when they're wrong, you take them in and tell them they're wrong. You know, but you have your team's back. You have your family's back. I don't mean you have to agree with what they're doing. And leaders who don't do that is very disheartening. I don't know. But I tell people, you know, make sure on your job, don't make it your life. Yes. Go to work and do a good job, but use that to help you live your life. But don't make it your life. Since I've been on my job, I've been where I'm working now for 13 years. And one thing I can say for sure, I've seen a lot of people walked out the door. It just is just the nature of working for a corporation. You know, when they reorg or right size, as they call it, used to be downsize, but when they right size and lay people off and, you know, people who've been loyal employees, they just walk them out the door with thank you very much. Here's your severance. You know, it's hard to see, but it happens. I tell you, I think that's why young people, you know, back in our day, of course I'm 47. Back in our day, you know, people our age and older would get at companies and stay there for years. Oh, the salmon is so good. And be the lifelong employees. Now these young folks, and I guess they see now that, you know, young people see that companies aren't very loyal to them. So whoever paying the biggest paycheck is what draws them. And one thing for sure, they like that flex work schedules, companies. So companies have to be competitive. They like that first flex work, and their work-life balance is important to them. You know, working from home and stuff, and that type of stuff is important. So I see companies are to attract talent. They're getting on the bandwagon with that. I don't know. I got to thinking, yeah, one of my coworkers was saying she's 65. And both she and her husband, I guess, getting Social Security as well. But she was saying that she was going to work for a couple of more years. And the sad part about it is, you know, I hope to retire. I would like to retire early if I could. But sad part about it is the medical coverage. You know, back here in June, you got to have some type of insurance. Back here in June, as a matter of fact, it was the day after Memorial Day. Of course, I had WebMD myself. And had diagnosed myself with two things. You know, my doctor. Oh, all you WebMDs out there. I know you know what I mean. Anyway, turns out I didn't have any energy. I couldn't move. I couldn't hardly get myself up. I couldn't eat. I had diverticulitis. Didn't know it. I went to the, I kept telling my daughter, I said, well, she said, Mama, you need to go to the emergency room. You need to go to the emergency room. Of course, I wouldn't go. And I kept saying, well, I'm going to go to work the day after Memorial Day. I said, oh. I couldn't move the day before. All the day Memorial Day, I didn't leave the house. I didn't eat. I kept saying, I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to go to work tomorrow. And I'm just going to go to the call-in clinic that we have. Well, I got up that morning, and I couldn't. I had to go straight to the emergency room. And lo and behold, that's when they diagnosed me. I had a tear in my colon. I ended up staying in the hospital for 9 days. Got out, was on antibiotics, was on strong antibiotics in the hospital for IV. And then I got out and was still on antibiotics for 6 additional weeks. And I went back thinking they were going to do another procedure on me. I went back thinking that I was okay. Well, he told me, you're still not healed. You need to be on antibiotics for 2 more weeks. So needless to say, that was a scary situation. But then I got my darn doctor bill. And with insurance, I still owe thousands. And so I can't imagine that was the whole point of this story. Anyway, I still owe thousands, and I still owe. I'm on a payment plan, and I got a job with insurance that I thought was good insurance. And it's pretty good. So can you just imagine, as you age, you tend to have more ailments. And just imagine this one thing happened. You're in financial ruins just for medical care. It's unfortunate. And it scared me, it did. So I don't WebMD as much, so all you WebMDs out there, if you suffer from anything, go get it checked and stop diagnosing yourself. Because the doctor did say I almost let it get too bad. He said, yeah, they don't want everybody running to the hospital every time, but I had just went beyond that point. So it taught me a valuable lesson. Y'all, I love this green tea. It's with ginseng and honey. Whew. Anyway. And every now and then, the other week, it scared me, you know. The funny part about it, you know, people say, because I found out afterwards, people say you're not supposed to eat seeds and corn and all of that. But my doctor said you can't really, it's not really related to any type of food items. You should be careful and what you do eat so you can recognize what sets you off. A couple of weeks ago, and I was hurting a little bit. I really got scared. I said, Lord, I don't want to get sick again like I was. I had a pain in my side. And I couldn't eat that one day. But You know, you just slack off of what you're eating, and I have been eating all kind of mess. So even if it was, I couldn't identify what it was, that I had eaten incorrectly. It happened like between December and early part of January. Because to be honest with you, over the holidays, I wasn't really adhering to doing what I was supposed to do. And for the most part, I eat pretty good. But, you know, I still have my days and my moments. Well, I don't. But anyway, I hadn't had a sweet potato in a while. This was really good. It wasn't real sweet though, but it was good. I don't put anything on mine but a little butter. Some people eat sweet potatoes, and I see them eating sweet potato fries like that. I can't eat sweet potato fries with ketchup, and I love ketchup. I can't. And they eat sweet potatoes like putting sour cream and butter and salt and pepper on. I don't know. I don't like mine like that. And sometimes we go to Logan's, and they have it where they put brown sugar and stuff on it. Sometimes that's okay, but I don't need it sweet. I'm not a yams eater. But you know what's so funny? They got I'm not a yams eater, but they got a restaurant here called Abby's. It's like supposed to be home cooking now. It's not your home cooking, but it's okay. But they do have one of the best things they have on their side items menu is their sweet potato casserole. And I like that. And I don't know if they have a pickle juice cafeteria where you are, but they have this thing, carrot souffle, and it is so good. It's a sweet side dish. Ooh, making them in. And it's a sweet side dish, but it's really good. Anyway, I tell you, I get on my daughter all the time about eating vegetables. So I would encourage you to eat them as many days as you can. I don't eat them all the time. Try to eat as many leafy greens as you can. If you find one thing you like, if it's green beans, eat it all the time. Let's eat you some. And so, I have iron problems, and I have to take an iron supplement 3 times a day. Well, I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day. But iron does not work well with your system, so you don't want to be on iron. So I encourage you to eat well. Oh, this salmon was so good. I enjoyed my dinner. Yes, I did. It was real tasty, y'all. I don't eat the skin on the sweet potatoes. I don't even know if you can. But I do eat them on baked potatoes sometimes. Anyway, that was real good. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed my dinner. I'm going to go in my room and prop my feet up and watch me something on TV or read something. And then I'm going to call it a night. I just want to stop in and tell you that I love you. God loves you. Always be kind to yourself and others. Be joyful and be blessed. I'll see you sometime later this week for lunch. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed, and restful night. Bye.